Rock and roll rules, dude.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Rock and Roll Tales from the Lady in Black. I'm your host, Lana. I started this YouTube channel as a platform to promote the music I love, more specifically, rock and roll music. I'm not just talking about the greatest hits of AC/DC and Bon Jovi. I'm talking about Def Leppard deep cuts, Richie Samboro's solo albums, and newer rock bands like Rattlesons and Black Stone Cherry. If that sounds like something you're interested in, feel free to give this video a like and smash that subscribe button for more content like this. With all that said, let's get on with the music. Today's episode will focus on Airbourne's second studio album, No Guts, No Glory, which is the follow-up to the critically acclaimed debut album, Running Wild, from 2007. So, to explain a little bit about Airbourne, they're basically a heavy metal version of AC/DC, which is not a bad thing at all. I will say though, if you're not a fan of AC/DC style of music, that whole samey rock and roll, mid-tempo rockers, no ballads, Airbourne probably aren't the band for you. But I will say, even if you don't like AC/DC, there are still some good songs in Airbourne's catalog that I think are worth a listen. I'll get to some of them in a bit. So, No Guts, No Glory was released on March 8, 2010 in Europe, Canada, Japan, and Australia. In the US, it was released on April 20, 2010. The lineup that plays on the album includes Joel O'Keefe on lead guitar and lead vocals, his younger brother Ryan O'Keefe on drums, David Rhodes on rhythm guitar and backing vocals, and Justin Street on bass guitar and backing vocals. Usually, in Airbourne album rankings, the debut album, Running Wild, is either in first or second place, while No Guts, No Glory is either in the last place or somewhere in the lower half. And we all hear things differently, so I'm not going to say that people who think Running Wild is amazing, the best album they ever did, and that they place it in number one, the people place it in number one are wrong, and that Running Wild sucks. I'm not going to say that. I will defend No Guts, No Glory, however, by saying it's a lot of fun. And I think I love the working class vibes of some of these songs, like Still a Town and No Way But the Hard Way. Well, maybe working class is not exactly the right term, but a good chunk of these songs deal with working hard to achieve something, even if the process is a pain in the butt. Also, there are a couple good drinking songs that are good to help you get over a bad week of work. So, there's that. Also, from a songwriting perspective, I can't really vibe with all the tracks on this album. Of course, I love Stand Up for Rock and Roll, Running Wild, Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast, and I Can't Get Enough of that diamond in the rough. So much fun, that one. But the rest of the album I can't connect with. That's why I feel like No Guts, No Glory was a big improvement for them from a songwriting perspective. I just feel like the melodies and hooks were catchier in this album. The choruses, especially. My favorite tracks in the album are No Way But the Hard Way, Blonde Bad and Beautiful. That's the song that actually got me into Airbourne. So I was exposed to Airbourne through Cobra Kai, with songs like Running Wild, Breaking Out of Hell, and Back in the Game. However, when I heard Blonde, Bad, and Beautiful, that's the song that convinced me to give Airbourne a chance. That's the one that convinced me to buy a good chunk of their albums, and I've been a fan ever since. But yeah, Blonde, Bad, and Beautiful, it sounds like something from the Razor's Edge era of AC/DC. Blonde, bad, and beautiful, blonde, bad, and beautiful, she got it all. So good, that one. Raise the Flag is good too. Of course, Raise the Flag, Rock and Roll. And Over Till It's Over is good too. It is repetitive though, I will say that. So, repetitive's not really a thing. Sorry. Steel Town's good too. Chewing the Fat, I love that one. Every time I hear it, I think of. I just picture AC/DC performing that song every time I hear it. For some reason, I think of the Black Ice era of AC/DC. I don't know why, but every time I hear Chewing the Fat, I picture the Black Ice era of AC/DC performing it. But yeah, the chorus is really great. That one's a lot of fun. Chewing the fat, yeah, yeah, baby, know what's that? Yeah, yeah, keep on chewing the fat, yeah, yeah, honey, know where it's at tonight. Armed and Dangerous is good too. Overdrive, I love the riff for that one. And it's heavy in spots. Look, the chorus is great too. Overdrive, foot to the floor, overdrive, give me more, overdrive, above the law, overdrive, it's how I live my life. And Back in the Bottle is good too. Back in the Bottle is one of those drinking songs to help you get over a bad week at work. So there's that. But yeah, the vibes on No Guts, No Glory are great. And Airbourne still plays some of the songs from No Guts, No Glory. I will say though, I'm surprised some of them aren't regulars in their set list, like Blonde, Bad, and Beautiful, and Chewing the Fat. Those songs just scream crowd interaction. So I don't know why the band doesn't play those often. But, and I'm not as familiar with Airbourne set list as I am with AC/DC, Black Crowes, and Def Leppard. But I did see an Instagram video from Airbourne this morning where Joel O'Keefe said that he listened to the fans and that they're going to try to change up the set list. Not sure how good they are about putting deep cuts in their set list, but if he says they're going to change it up, good for them. So, going back to Airbourne sounding a lot like AC/DC. Yeah, they get compared to AC/DC a lot. And Joel O'Keefe even said that it's an honor to be compared to one of the greatest rock and roll bands of all time, which props to him for that. But yeah, they sound like AC/DC, but that's the genius behind their music. That's what makes them musical geniuses, so to speak. They took a formula that AC/DC made famous, and they added their own style to it, and they made it work for them. That's basically what all bands do. They take styles from their favorite bands, they add their own styles to it, and then they make it work for them. A lot of bands, I'm sure AC/DC did the same thing, where they took inspiration from their favorite bands and added their own flavors to the music to create their own style. A lot of bands do that. I'm pretty sure they do. Sure they do. And besides, AC/DC are not going to be around forever, so someone's going to have to keep their style of music alive. Why can't it be Airbourne or a similar band to that? So, I will say, I'm not going to say that Airbourne's No Guts, No Glory is the best thing they ever did. Not even close. And I'm not going to say that I'm right when I say that No Guts, No Glory is better than this album. I'm not going to say that at all. I will say, though, that this album deserves more attention because I feel like with Running Wild being a big hit for them, No Guts, No Glory just got overlooked. It gets overlooked in their catalog, and I think it deserves a listen, or at least another chance if you haven't heard it in a long time. So, yeah, I would give it another listen. Because, again, I think it's a good album with good tracks. It's got some good stuff on it. We'll keep it at that. So, Comment below your thoughts on Airbourne's No Guts, No Glory. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button for more content like this. All that said, take care. See you real soon. Peace.